All right, guys, welcome back. We should have a match underway here in just a second, which we're covering for you guys. So thank you everybody for tuning in. This is live from the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, part of our fundraising or charity event that we're doing for Karen Doucette. Thank you everybody for staying with us, for tuning back in. They're doing a True Scotch Jack and Jill, guy girl. We only had 5 teams, so we're doing that as a round robin. We're keeping track of the wins for you guys, just to let you know who the winners of the match are, but apparently they are tracking points as well. And we don't know what's going to happen here. We may have the top 2 teams play off against each other as well, just to decide finally. Well, thank you, Andrew. We appreciate it. We have been talking to them. As far as I know, we're waiting to hear back on what's exactly going on there. But we'd love to be there. Would absolutely love to be there. We've done some larger events, and we'd love to do them. Especially for next year, we plan on having a lot of them spread out over Canada and the States. So if you know anybody out there that's looking for some coverage, let us know. Put us in touch. We will talk and see what can be worked out. But yes, we'd love to be there at the Canadians. Absolutely love it. Paul with a big draw gets the double lucky bounce and does have shape on that 5-ball. What happens after this 5 is questionable. She does have the 1 as well. I'd have to log into the stream again. I have to reset it. Hey, El Capitan. Shane, thanks for joining us again. Matt, appreciate it. Well, looks like you may have a window to try and bank this 3-ball. Oh no, wow, 2 went. That looked really tight from here on the camera. So this could be really nice. 3-ball down the rail, leave an angle on this 5. That's unlucky, because he had a pretty decent angle to try and come across for that 8 in the top left corner. So Katie and Sean are now up. Everybody that's rejoined us, once again, if you can, please reshare the stream, share the new one. We appreciate it. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Thanks for joining us here. What's up? We are having a small true Jack and Jill Scotch doubles tournament at the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta. And we are doing some fundraising here for Karen Doucette. We're going to have our in-house 50-50 draw here on camera just after this match concludes. Q Sports Live didn't do the 50-50. This is basically an in-house, and all the proceeds, I believe, pretty much are going towards Karen and Norm Doucette. Norm's a local player. Karen, his wife, had a stroke a couple of weeks ago. She's recovering nicely. She is here with us today. Hey, Danny, how's it going there in San Diego? Well, Paul shot it the right way. He needed to come back and forth, basically fully across the table. Got a little unlucky with the rub on the 12, so he's left a tough cut here on this 5 ball. It is tough. Well, she gave it a good try. Chip stuff out a little bit. Looks like that 14, which is down by the 8, will now go in that top right corner once the 15 is gone. The 12 and 13 are tied up down here, bottom of the table. A little bit of work on there too. Mike, we do not have a Q raffle going right now for the cause. Our next Q raffle will be an OB Rift Q, which we will be starting at the next event. All the green fees from all these tournaments that have been going on over the last 4 days or so are being donated by Len, who's the owner of the Leather Pocket. We agreed that basically Len and his staff were organizing this event. We were just here to do our part as far as covering it so that we could get some more viewers to watch what goes on here at the Pocket. They did not decide to do a Q draw, so that's why it's not being done. But we do have another Q draw, which is always open for a while anyway. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. If you subscribe there and set your permissions to public, then you are automatically entered into a Q draw. We'll be drawing a Q like we did at 500 viewers. We'll be drawing it at 2,000 subscribers. So you need to set your permissions to public so that we can actually see that you're subscribed, because otherwise we can't copy down your name and put it into the draw. Well, that's a little unlucky. She got the swoosh there, timing shot. Both the object ball and the cue ball dropped at the same time. So, ball in hand here for Paul. Nothing really too difficult to do. All he's got to do is leave decent shape on this 8 ball. Which he does. 8 ball, top right pocket as you look at the table. No real fear of anything happening bad here. No scratch. Nothing like that should happen. Should be pretty straight in. There we go. So first game goes to Paul and Peggy. We're doing best of 4 games here. Best of 4 racks. It's a round robin. Yeah, Mike. So anybody you know, tell them about it. Have them subscribe. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. And where are you, Jim? CT Connecticut. You should move to Calgary, Jim. You can find a tournament every night of the week. Or, if you fancy a road trip, you could drive over to Vegas right now. There will be lots of tournaments going on there. There's the big one there, the VNEA. I'm sure you could find some action. Or next week, July, same thing. BCAPL is there. Sorry, not next month, the month after. I should be down there for a couple of weeks myself for that. And anybody that's there, that's a viewer, if you are at the BCAPL, I should be there at the Viking booth. Stop by, say hi. Come check out the products. And speaking of products, I just want to say thank you again to our sponsors, advertisers. We have Prevail Handcrafted Cues, which is Jerry Pepin. And Jerry was on the first stream a little bit earlier, said hi. Makes a fantastic cue. He's moving back to Calgary, setting up his shop here. Bob Danielson Cues. Bob Danielson makes a beautiful shaft and some beautiful cues. More well known as a shaft maker. He is making me one right now to use until some of my new equipment is made. So I'll be shooting with one of his shafts. Very, very, very solid hitting shaft. Feels like a one-piece shaft. Has the touch of it, of a one-piece shaft. But it's a six-piece laminate. Makes a fantastic shaft. Highly recommend checking out his site. Then we have Spark, the gentleman that owns that, is a tax specialist. He will help you out if you're local here in town with your taxes. Give him a call. Tax season is over, but I know people are late doing their taxes, myself included. Had a bit of a strange year last year. And then we have MCI, which is a local construction company. They do roofing, siding, soffit fascia, all that kind of stuff. Great company. Give them a call if there's anything you need done on your house. Well, she's left Paul a little tough. Really all he's got is a 7 ball to shoot at. Jim, I'm not sure which league you're playing in because that varies a little bit. But a 7, I'm sure, would be fine to hold your own against a lot of people. We have a lot of players here. Oh, Paul goes up and down, overhit it. I think he was playing shape on the 5 for his partner there. Which leaves her a really tough cut. She might as well go for it then. At least she'd be moving some stuff around. It's a back cut though. It's really, really tough. She'd have to throw that in with right English. She might not know that shot based on her skill level. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate that. The more the merrier. Where are you, Greg, and what are you up to other than watching us here? Well, she went for the 1 ball and didn't get it. But covers that pocket, so that makes the 10 ball, which is just above the 15, which is the ball on the bottom rail near the 8, makes that a little bit tougher. They have some work to do here. They need decent shape on the 14. They need decent shape on the 15 to try and develop something here. Mike, are you talking about Fargo? Hey, Jim, thanks for joining us. I'm going to have to start playing a lot of Fargo events and getting my Fargo back up. We had some mix-ups go on with mine. It was up at 670 at one point, moving up, but then I ended up getting registered out of some different places and called Mike Page, and the tournament director that had me in like second or third time under a different Dave Harding had to change. I don't know. It got messed up. My Fargo is not accurate, unfortunately. They should have been able to merge them, but this is going back a while. It didn't end up happening that way. I don't want to reset it because that would be even worse off, but we'll figure it out. I need to get him to change it from having me playing out of Oklahoma as well. So she's trying to maybe skim the top of this 15 ball. No, it's not that bad of a leave. He's basically got to go for ball, so he's going for the combination 4-5 with draw. Might as well draw on it, try and get shape for the 1 ball. 4 is going to be moving forward, but it's going to hang somewhere around that 14 or go across table. No, it decides to hang out. So nice angle here for Sean to just draw past this 10 ball, or past the, yeah, draw off the 10 ball pass down to the 15. Doesn't want to leave her right on the rail. Let's see if she goes forward 2 rails here, or if she draws with low right, or she may just leave him a real long 14. This is basically a mixed open event. Some teams are going to be a little bit stronger than others, but it's just a day of scotch. Yeah, she left him the tough 14. Shape is natural, though, so he doesn't really need to do anything other than focus on making it. Hey, Daniel, thanks for joining us. And where are you, Mike? Mike Bourne, whereabouts are you, buddy? She got a good angle here. Sean left her good. All she's got to do is go forward. Should not have to worry about any scratches. Nicely done. So they take the second game there too. They lead 2-0. This is a best of 4. So they'll play until 4 games are played. It's a round robin event. 5 teams in here from the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta. Having a little bit of fun here on a Monday. It's a holiday here in Canada, statutory holiday. Most people are fortunate enough to have it off, and that includes myself today. So I'm here showing you guys what we do. If this goes late, then we may have Grant come down as well. If not, then our stream will be a little bit shorter today. So we appreciate everybody staying with us. Once these matches conclude here, there are 2 underway here on 2 tables. We will do the draw for the in-house 50-50. From what I understand, most of the proceeds from that are going towards Karen and Norm Doucette, which is part of why we're doing the fundraising event here for them. We've had some donations online. People have been very generous. We've had some donations in-house as well. All the green fees are being donated just to help them out for this upcoming month with their bills. Chicago, Mike. Wow, that's a town with a long pool history, I tell you that. Unfortunately, last time I went through Chicago, I found it a mess to drive through. I was on my way to the SBE, Pennsylvania. I guess Chicago's one of those towns that always seems to be under construction, always seems to be busy and bustling. Same as when I went through New York. Went over the bridges, did a quick tourist thing, so to speak, but well, Paul makes a ball, but he doesn't really leave anything easy. 2 balls about all she's got to shoot at. She can get a decent bridge. Yeah, I'm sure it's like most big towns there. Calgary's a bit of a mess too. the city's infrastructure wasn't geared to handle the amount of people that we have here. It's only like 1.5 million, but it's a small town. For Canada, that's pretty condensed. Edmonton is our capital city, which is about 3 hours north. Lethbridge is a city of about only a population of, I don't know, maybe pushing 100,000. That's it, and it's still classed as one of the 3 larger cities here for Alberta. And that's about an hour north of the Montana border. Shane, my name's Dave Harding. I'm part of the Q Sports Live crew. I'm on my own today because people are out of town. Grant's working, Ryan's out of town, Ben went down to Vegas already. I'm here and it's a day off, so I'm sitting in. I've been on the mic quite a bit with the guys, so running the show today. Grant may stop by a little bit later if it works out. Well, Sean undercuts that ball. Leaves the 2 on the side, and if she follows it up a little bit, she's got the he'll have the combination on the 1-5. Wants to make sure that he doesn't draw off of this ball. Well, he could draw off of it and leave. It's because he's cutting it. The cue ball's floating away. If the 1 stays where it is, it'd be okay. No, he did it right. He drew over for the 7. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it. Well, she missed that 7 ball, but she's left him tough. In the words of Eddie Felson, you don't leave much when you miss, do you, fat man? Or something close to that. It's been a long time since I watched The Hustler. Looks like she was going for the cut down the rail here. Way undercut it. So she's letting them in. Now Paul may opt to take the 7 here because if he takes the 1, his partner has to shoot the 7, and she might not have as easy a time of getting shape on the 3. So that's why he's shooting the 7 here. He was hoping that he could really open everything up, but it didn't happen that way. She can float down below the 3 ball, but she may end up somewhere behind that 13, which would not be good. Ooh, went the other way. I don't know what she put on that there. Maybe a little bit of draw. So she's left Paul a kick at this 3 ball. That's about it, but that's a twitchy kick because it's tight past the 8 ball to the corner. Wow, it's a good try. Almost got it off the kick. Could have gotten lucky on that shot. Wow, and Sean missed that ball. Got real lucky that that 9 ball is covering the edge of the cue ball, so making this 3 ball is going to be tough. Well, she went for the bank, and that's unlucky. They were unlucky to get left that. So Katie comes up. Let's see what she does. She may opt to try and play safe off of this 12 ball. A little bit of a duck behind the 9. Or she may go for the cut on the 13. 12 might be frozen, in which case it's tough to control, especially with that distance. Soft hit, kind of tough to do. Yeah, so she's opted to go for the 13. She's going to try and hit it firm, hopefully, because she's got to go up and down table to get back down there for her partner to shoot something. Oh. Frank, there is no cue being raffled yet. We just finished our raffle yesterday, I believe it was, for the, or the day before, for the OB Merry Widow that we had. The next cue will be an OB lift, an OB Rift break cue. The lift is their jumper, but this will be for the breaker. I do not yet have the details on it. If you guys want to start, we could do that, but that doesn't seem to be the right way to do it because I don't know how many tickets we're going to do. So if you guys are patient, we should have the details coming up on that new raffle fairly quick. But what we do have is our Ultimate Fan Experience raffle. Those tickets are a little bit more. $50 Canadian for a ticket, $40 US pretty much, somewhere in that region. And that's basically a trip to Calgary to take part in one of the larger events that we have here, to sit in with us. We pick up your flight there and back anywhere in North America. We're going to put you up in a hotel. We're going to take care of your meals, look after you, take you to and from the event, pay your entry into that event. If all the tickets are sold for the first event coming up, which is the Ashton Twins Classic, and you are a guy that wins that, then you can't play in that event. So what we're going to do is let you play against some of the local talent. And if you win sets against those guys, then you're going to get 50 a time for winning a set. If it doesn't go for that one, then we have the Stampede Bar Box coming up, which is during Stampede Week here, which is a big event in Calgary. People come from all over the world. And you will get an entry to that, whether you're a guy or a lady. And if you're a lady and win the one, and we have all the tickets sold by the Ashton Twins Classic, then you will be entered into that one. That's a Pro-Am event. And there will be lots of lady pro players there. Both of those events are going to be fantastic. 50 Canadian a ticket. Just make sure that when you transfer funds that you note on there that that's what it's for. And you can do that from down south at paypal.me/Q Sports Live. Or if you're in Canada, you can do it through an email transfer, qsportslive@gmail.com. Sorry, when is the raffle, Shane? As I said, there's 100 tickets, so it will be raffled as soon as all 100 tickets are sold. But we're trying to get it done for 2 events that are coming up in June. Both of them going to be great events. It would be fantastic to have you here for either one. So make sure you throw your hat in the ring. You will need a passport to come see us. But, of course, if you win the trip, it's worth getting the passport. I believe a U.S. passport is, I think it was $200, something like that, to get it done express. I think they process it within 2 weeks. So that is already going right now. We have already sold tickets. So if you want to get in on that, please let us know. All right, guys, back to the action here. Paul and his partner at the table shooting low ball. Paul left her a little bit bigger angle than he might have intended there for this 4 ball on the side. Oh, she gets good on it. Bumps that 2 out. Has the 7 ball. So if Paul can leave her a good angle here on the 2, so that she's got a breakout off of the 2 for the 1 and the 3. That would be perfect. So it looks like we've got some more viewers joining us. If you've just joined us, please like and share the stream. If you've just joined us and haven't been on yet today, let me know where you're at. Love to know where everybody's watching from. May have been through your hometown at some time. I've done a lot of traveling. Spent not most of last year, but the 3 years before, playing around the States, on the road. Saw a lot of places. I love to travel. Love to play pool while I'm doing it. It's not an easy life, but it's a great one, I tell you that. Wow. Well, Sean looked like he had drawn that. He must have lifted up and hit that more center because it got a natural roll. That is definitely not what he wanted there. It was tight bridging, but he looked like he was hitting low on that ball. Youngstown, Ohio. I have been through there. Ohio has a great pool community. Texas, Shane, my home away from home. Houston area, but spent time in Dallas, El Paso, Austin, Plano, Odessa, and all the surrounding areas around Houston as well. Humboldt Spring, a bunch of places like that. It's a nice shot there by Paul. Leaving Katie this 8-ball here in the top right. Nothing fancy to do. All she's got to do is make it. And she does. And there you go, guys. This was a best of 4, so that's 2-2, a split. The players are also tracking the actual ball count. That'll determine the winners towards the end here. We should have another match coming up right away, but before that, we should have our Q raffle. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch over to the other screen. Oh, looks like that match is over. So stay with us here, guys. We will have a Q raffle, or sorry, not a Q raffle, the 50-50 raffle for the in-house. And it's a 50-50, and most of the proceeds from that are going towards Karen. So I'm just going to be away from the mic for just a second. But I'll be right back. I'm just going to make sure that we're doing this right. All right, guys, I'm back. So, yeah, we are going to have the 50-50 draw, the in-house one done just here. And then we may have a final match coming up for you, I believe. Looks like the proceeds of the 50-50 draw are going towards Karen Doucette. Karen and Norm, local to Calgary. Norm's been playing in this. Karen is here today. She suffered a stroke a couple of weeks back, is recovering well. She's a commission salesperson. And if she's not working, she's not earning. So the Calgary pool community decided to get together, show our love and support, and raise a little bit of money. That's why we've been here for the last 5 days covering the events. Trying to share it with you guys and also raise a little bit of money, bring some players in for everything. We've had some good turnouts. We may not know by the end of the day exactly how much we've raised for her, but once we do have a total, we'll be sure to let you guys know. So we appreciate everybody joining us and staying with us. They're just doing they're just on a last call on the 50-50 tickets. So there are some people I can see up at the bar already still buying some more. And I believe we're going to try and have Karen pull the winning ticket here, if she's still here. Corpus Christi, yeah, it's a good place, Shane. And what about everybody else that hasn't chimed in yet? Let us know where you're from. We have had some donations that have been sent to us online as well. That's always an option. You can use our regular address and just put a note in there. It is not expected or mandatory, of course, but we've had some very generous people out there sending some funds to help, the same as they did for Barry Huey's last birthday bash. Barry is not well. Was hoping that he would be strong enough to make it down to Vegas, but from what I hear, he's not going to be able to go. He's spending his time at home, enjoying what he has left. Lawton, Oklahoma. I have been to Oklahoma. I'm not sure if Lawton doesn't sound too familiar. I was OKC and just outside of it, Stephen. So kind of north, right? Or south, sorry. Close to Texas, anyway. Blasted through so many places. I have friends there just outside of Oklahoma City. John and Karen Barton. John Barton used to own in-stroke cases, and several years ago sold the company and then moved over to China. And then through some strange circumstances, I'll let him tell the story on that if you ever meet him, ended up back in case making and started JB Cases. And they have a little shop there just outside of Oklahoma City. And there's good pool action there as well. Great pool hall there as well called Jamaica Joe's. Okay, Stephen, right on. Well, I enjoyed my time when I was there, I can tell you that. It was hot, though. I remember being in Oklahoma City, and it was like 100 degrees and 100% humidity. And then going to Vegas, and it was 100 degrees and 0 humidity. Yeah, it was a big change there. So stick with us, guys. We'll be doing this draw here in just a minute. I'm just going to take a second and also find out what's going on. We got Karen on one of the tables here, shooting a couple of balls. That's fantastic for her, considering she's just recovering from a stroke. Stay with us, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. So yeah, we're going to have the 50-50 draw up here on this table. Anybody that did buy a ticket for that, good luck. It's an in-house basically, so it's mainly the staff that was organizing it here. Proceeds of which, from what I understand, are being donated, so they should go to Karen, which is why we're here. And it looks like we may have a freeze on the camera. I'm just going to check the other cameras here. Alright guys, unfortunately I'm going to have to reset the stream. So please come back and join us here in a second. Yeah, the camera's running, but the stream is frozen on the one camera, so I'm going to have to reset that here. It is hot. Hold a second. Wait a second. Can you hold on? Whoa, Lan, wait. No, wait. The camera's frozen. Let's do it on this table. Are you playing on this table? Let's do it on that table. Hold on. So guys, stick with me. I'm just going to switch over to the other table here. And who you can see on camera is Len and Karen. Karen is drawing the winning ticket here. And Jim is the winner of that. Ortel, he's a local guy. We're going to reset the stream here before we have, I believe, the final matches. So please do rejoin us here. We'll be back in right a second. Proceeds of that 50-50 going to Karen as well, which is why we're here. Doing some fundraising. She had a stroke a couple of weeks ago. And Norm being a local pool player, well-liked, well-loved. We pulled together to do what we can for everybody around here. So stick with us, guys. We will be back in just a second.